This is one of like our highest values.
It's super expensive and I'm super annoyed.
Oh, we don't like it, we don't like the job, we just do it for doing it.
Just tell me, is it good or bad? Like, let's just move on.
So, what's your name?
My name is Tatiana.
And where are you from?
I'm originally Russian.
Daniele,
And where are you from?
Torino, Italia.
My name is Maria. I'm from Poland.
I'm Dori.
I am Mustafa,
I'm from Hungary.
and I'm from Turkey.
Balint, Hungary.
Bori. Fun fact, we all have long names. Borbala, for example, this is my name. And then we all short it, cut the first three letters and we add an E. So if you meet a lot of Hungarians, we sound so similar. Bori, Dori, Nori.
And how long have you been in Budapest already?
1 year and a half now.
5 years.
For over 5 years.
And how long have you guys been together for?
For almost 2 years.
Did you meet here in Budapest?
Yes, we did.
What has been the biggest cultural shock that you've experienced since coming here?
Two things, especially when the people eat, especially related to the food, and how the people are. They are very cold, I would say, not smiling, always kind of grumpy, I know, like a serious face. Instead, in Italy, you see like everyone smiling, happy, talking with you and stuff like that.
People are grumpy. In Russia, like I am a weirdo because I'm always smiling and I'm like, hey, yeah, guys, let's do something together. And like people are like, okay, Tatiana, why are you so happy today? I'm like, because I am today here with you. So yeah, that was the thing that like was really similar. And I was like, okay, I'm fine with it.
So let's talk about some of the similarities that Poland and Hungary have.
First, we both love complaining. I think that's why we get along so well. Complaining is the best conversation starter for us.
Is it true that Hungarians, they love to complain?
I hear this a lot. It's not like we like to complain, but we say out loud, authentically, if we don't like something. Other cultures, they don't like it, but they don't want to say it. But we're also really honest if we like something.
I think it's kind of true, but of course, people who are open-minded, who have more opportunities to travel the world, they are not that negative. But generally speaking, here, people who are living in the box, they don't have too high salaries and stuff, so they are struggling with their problems.
I like when people say the truth, and when someone's always positive, it makes me question, like, how can you be positive all the time?
Exactly.
That's not real, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think if I go out shopping with my best friend, who is Hungarian, and if I try on a t-shirt or something like, they would be like, nah. And it's so calming for my nerves. For me, it's so much tiring if I talk to someone who's like beating around the bush. I'm like, just tell me, is it good or bad? Like, let's just move on. Americans, for example, they would ask you, how are you? We take that question seriously. So we go deep down in our traumas and answering you.
I think both of our nations are a bit shy. We are not that easygoing, but once you break the ice, then it goes really well.
I think it comes out in service, for example. When you go into a restaurant in the States, then they're all over, of course, because of the tipping as well. But at the same time, I kind of feel like here people say like, oh, we are rude. No, we are just like, we don't put on any facade. Sometimes we are super rude though. So we don't do any extra effort to fake something that we are not.
Does that bother you that people can be sometimes rude?
Yeah, it does. It does. I think I see it less and less, but it can be like, come on, like pull yourself together a little bit.
You can really see if you just go to a restaurant or to a supermarket, you could tell if the person who works there, if they have a good day or not. In Thailand or the US, I think it's completely different. It happens, but most of the time there they hide their emotions more. Here we don't really.
The waiters in Italy are always smiling, even if they hate you. Even if they hate you, they smile. Here, they are more, clear that, oh, we don't like you, we don't like the job, we just do it for doing it, so...
In the bars, in the restaurants, they are so slow. I don't know, I think I would be a better bartender sometimes because they just take it really like 10 minutes for a cocktail or something. Or in the shop, they can start talking with the client in front of you at the cashier for 10 minutes and you just wait. But I would say that like new generation is getting better since we are going through a lot of transformations like political, economical and everything. People are trying to be really kinder to each other.
And on the food side, I was shocked. First, they eat everything fried. Even in summer, I don't know how I can do that. And also at the time where they eat, they have lunch at 11 a.m. For me, when I was joining a company, I was like, oh, we go to lunch. I was like, it's 11:30. Yes, it's late. What do you mean it's late? The food in the canteen is gonna finish soon. Seriously?
What time do people eat lunch in Italy usually?
I mean, in the north, and from the north, around 1, 1:30. If you go south, 2 and 3, but not at 11, honestly. At 11, you maybe have a snack, a spuntino, you go to take the coffee, but not lunch.
I can get used to the food because for me it's really greasy and they eat a lot of pork, which I also don't like.
I come from Turkey and we have a very, very rich cuisine, like from east to west. If we don't count Spain and Italy, or maybe France, Europe doesn't have so rich cuisine. But here, I actually like paprika. Hungarians, like, they put paprika in everything.
On the drinking, they are more expert than Italians, I would say. They drink very heavily, especially the palinka. I don't know if you tried it. This very strong alcohol, too strong for my taste. I prefer wine or Aperol or stuff like that.
Do you feel people here want to get drunk more than in Italy?
Yes. In Italy, people mainly drink for the company, to talk, to chat. Here you really see him drinking heavily since the morning. Also at 10 a.m. you can see them drinking this palinka stuff like that in the mini bottle. And in the evening they really go heavy with this distilled stuff, even from the countryside, because most of people here I notice that have their parents in the countryside that makes their own alcohol and they drink it here and stuff like that. So
Hungarians drink every day.
Really?
It doesn't matter what day of the week is, but like beer is like it's also like a thing like in Germany and Austria that it's like normal. And if they drink, they really get wasted, like Russians.
What do you like about living in Budapest, and what is something that you don't enjoy?
I really like that I can get to the Danube every day and I just like have a walk along. Still mesmerized by the parliament. Oh my god.
I think Budapest is gorgeous.
I agree.
Look at this place. And I come home every May and then I'm here until September because I love it here. It's such a walkable, livable city, especially on the other side, on Buda. It's just like a gorgeous place to hang out. I like to have these deep conversations with Hungarians, and I think it's also similar. Polish people and the neighboring countries are always same with these deep, authentic conversations.
The similarity of our cultures, for me, it feels a bit like home.
I felt in love when I arrived here. I was supposed to stay just for 3 months, but like, wow, this city is beautiful. I really like it. It's kind of also organized, like the public transport works very well.
I think I really like the fact that I'm just in general living in somewhere beautiful where I can meet a lot of international people. For me, I think that was also the reason why I moved from Russia. I was feeling that like it's not enough for me.
One thing that I will never get used probably is the people and the food. These two things, it's hard.
We have such a bad self-esteem as a nation. We feel that we worth so much less than the Western countries, for example. And then we have all these jokes like, like here in Hungary everything is shit. And then if you go to Germany or you go to France, or it's so much better everywhere else where you go. You know that we were not allowed to travel until like the end of the 80s. I think once a year, and then you need to have like a special permit for that. So it was not easy to travel, and of course coming out of the Eastern Bloc was not so possible. When people still complain like how things are, they usually think the Western Bloc, which I found super funny. Europe is not the word.
What I can get used to, the language. I'm sorry guys, but Hungarian, I don't know what it is, and I'm really good at languages. So, but Hungarian is totally not my thing.
I wish Hungarian people would be a bit more open-minded and tolerant, but on the other hand I can understand where it comes from, and we also sometimes have similar issues. This fear of the unknown is also encouraged by propaganda. I know many Hungarians from my generation who are open-minded and who also don't like what's going on here.
The mid-level is disappearing, and there's many poor people and super rich now. I know a lot of people who don't really make ends meet.
What do you miss the most about Italy?
The food.
It is the most Italian response of all time.
And the good coffee. It's very hard to find here a very good coffee, honestly. In Italy, €1, you go in every bar, you find a good coffee. Here, you have to find like 4 or 5 euros to find a decent coffee.
It's super expensive, and I'm super annoyed because sometimes I go to Vienna and I have literally like the same lunch or dinner with the same price.
Yeah.
And Vienna is still Vienna, it's Austria. Every time when I go here to a nice place now, I usually spend myself with a drink around like 40 euros, which is pretty expensive for Hungarians.
It's been hard to make friends and connect to people.
I came here in 2018. For that 9 months period, I never had any Hungarian friends, honestly. I tried to connect with some people. I play guitar. I found some people in the dorm who play guitar. I tried to offer like let's do some stuff together, but unfortunately it never worked. Even in the classroom, I felt this like no one was interested in me, or like no one was like, oh, who are you? Where did you come from? Etc. Because in Turkey, if there's an Erasmus student in the class, like everyone comes around, like who are you? Like do you need anything? How can we help you? Kind of felt a bit lonely during that 9 months period. I can say that my only Hungarian friend is my wife. So
Well, it's good that she's your friend at least.
yeah, we are very good friends.
Has it been difficult for you to make friends here?
Yes, a lot of difficulties. In fact, except my colleagues that are Hungarians, most of my friends are international. So from Montenegro, Italy, Spain. I like to go to the gym. In Italy, like in 1 week, I make tons of friends. Here, everyone serious, like I don't know, maybe it's me the problem, I don't know.
We call it like resting bitch face. Like they
Yes,
have
yes.
no. Do you feel like it's difficult to make friends in Hungary in general?
For me, no.
Hungarian?
I don't think so. I think it's easier. I lived in Spain, even though they said that like Latin people are super open and really easy to make friends. For me, they were so much more difficult to make friends with because superficiality again. So it was like siesta, fiesta, la, la, la. Even after 1 year, if you ask about their sister or brother, they're like, oh, this is private stuff. We're not talking about this. We check if you're real, and then if you're real, we can make friends. If you come with this attitude, what you were just like representing, that we are like, no, like please don't fake it.
Dora, would you give some advice for any foreigners that are trying to come to Hungary, trying to make Hungarian friends?
I would say that learning the language would be a good point. So I'm always cheered up when someone says just köszönöm, which means thank you, or really something tiny. Also, definitely have Facebook, because many foreigners use WhatsApp only, and we don't really use WhatsApp.
We have a separate word, önazonos. So this is one of like our highest values here in Hungary. You are true to yourself. That's what it means. And only things that have a soul can be true to themselves. And this is one of our highest values. We never actually talk about this out loud, but if you listen to the lyrics that go popular here, they need to be like super smart and authentic, and everything is about around this.
What advice would you give to someone who's coming to Hungary to live here?
First of all, get used to the food. Second, to the drink, also the energy drinks. Here in the morning, you can see the young people drinking those health energy drinks. They're so sweet. By the smell, I get the diabetes.
Maybe have a date, with a Hungarian person, just to have the feeling. Couple of words must be very helpful, because many shop assistants, they won't speak any word apart from yes or no. So you really need a couple of sentences.
Download Facebook. I'm sorry, but everything is on Facebook for us. We are not WhatsApp users. We use Facebook.
That's why it was so easy for me to find people for this video shoot. And it all makes sense. I was like, who's on Facebook? Hungarians, apparently.
Even though people may look like they are frowning, don't be afraid to talk to them, especially young people. Hungarians in general are very helpful.
Honestly, I think Hungarians are really nice people, and they would be always very, very warm to you when you just like also approach them with a little smile. I live in the building where most of the neighbors are Hungarians. They always talk to me. They know that I don't speak Hungarian that well, but I reply to them. We have a little talk all the time, and they're really nice, and everyone was always helping me, like telling me, hey, we're gonna check like this and this. So I think it always depends. You need to be yourself and don't be shy.